Allow me to walk you through on how to quickly access the ICRA Scorecard. ICRA Scorecard is one of the services that ICRA Rating is providing. It serves as a comprehensive tool for assessing the initial risk for both retail and corporate clients who are currently seeking for or borrowing services. For you to access the ICRA scorecard, first you just need to visit our website, which is www.icrallc.com. Please note that this ICRA scorecard is also customizable as per your request. From the website alone, it would give you a quick access to the login portal. By the way, I'm currently using the Uganda access for the ICRA scorecard. Click on Login. You would be asked to register. Once you have successfully registered, you can log in successfully. Upon logging in successfully, this is how the main menu looks like. You'd see scorecard and rating. Now, let's go ahead and click on scorecard and click on create new, and it would give you two options. The first option is retail. Now, for retail customers, the risk scorecard is designed to evaluate risk level associated with individual customers based on various factors. It could be the age, monthly income, visa type, and other else. Meanwhile, with a corporate scorecard, this corporate scorecard is designed to evaluate the risk level associated with small and medium enterprises and corporate based on various factors such as business profile, management quality, macro factors, and financial performance. Now, let's first access the retail scorecard. This is how a retail scorecard looks like. You would be asked to provide personal information such as the title, first, middle, and last name, identification number. You would also be asked to provide the product type. What type of loan is this? Whether it's a business loan, a salary loan, auto loan, or device loan. The loan amount, the loan in period in months. You would also be asked some personal information such as the date of birth, the citizenship, whether it's a citizen or a non citizen, their monthly income, the monthly loan installment, the CRB score, residence type, whether it's owned or rented, the loan deduction at source or not, it's a yes or no, collateral, whether it's a no security provided by the client or no security required by the bank or security collateral less than 100%, and so more. Now, you would also be asked to provide the employment and employer details, such as the form of employment. So, this is a government employment, whether it's a private sector employment or a self employed. You would also be asked to provide employment type, whether it's a fixed term or a permanent, employer URSB status, whether it's a listed or a non listed, salary type, whether it's a fixed salary or a variable salary, and the length of service. So the length of service you can choose from is less than 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, a year to 2 years, and more. So let's try to fill it out before we click on the next. Once you're done filling out the form, please ensure that all details has been provided. Upon clicking on the next, you would see the individual scorecard. In front of you, the individual final score is 32 over 50. This falls under the risk category of moderate risk. Normally, if the score falls under 0 to 20, it is a high risk. 20 to 35, it would be moderate risk. 35 to 40, it is low risk. And 45 to 50 would be very low risk. From here, you would be given several options. Either you can save the report, so it will route directly to the report list where you would be asked or allowed to edit or download as well. You can also click on View the Report, wherein it would show you all the details that you have inputted, and it would give you an option to download the report as well. Now, let's go ahead and discuss this time for the corporate clients. For the corporate clients, here are a few information that you need to acquire so that you can fill out this form accordingly. You'd be asked to provide company name, URSB registration number, TIN number, product type, whether it's a business loan, an overdraft facility, corporate cards, and a lot more. You would be asked as well to provide the incorporation date, the turnover in their local currency, number of employees, whether it's 5 to 50, 50 to 100, or more than 100, local presence, whether they are 100% domestic revenues or well balanced domestic and international or fully international revenue. Now, customer concentration, whether they are reliance on a key client or reliance on key major clients or well diverse balanced client. For product concentration, this is when we're talking about well diverse product or service portfolio, or we're talking about high risk product or services, or high dependency on selected products, and a lot more. URSB registration, this is when we discuss about whether the company is a listed or non-listed. Now let's go ahead and fill out the form. Please ensure to fill out all the details accordingly. Once you're done, click on the next. You would be asked about the leadership. Here's where you would be asked whether the owner or shareholders are citizen or non-citizen. The key management length of service could be less than a year, 1 year to 3 years, 3 years to 5 years, or more than 5 years. The key person CRB score, PEP or political exposed person check for key person and owners, and members of a ruling family. This is a yes or no question. Then when we click on next, now we're talking about macro environment. Now the industry risk, whether it's a low risk, high risk, or restricted industry. Market check or feedback, whether it's satisfactory or unsatisfactory. Physical business verification, whether it is satisfactory, unsatisfactory, not done as bank did not require, or not done as applicant did not allow. Audited financial statement if it's available for at least a year, 2 years, 3 years, or more, or not available at all. Now, for the auditors, whether it's audited by listed auditor or audited by unlisted auditor or no audit at all. For the CRB risk category, whether it's high risk, very high risk, low risk, very low risk, or average risk. Security collateral, whether they have provided security collateral for more than 100% but less than 125%, or more than 125%, or no security required by the bank, or no security provided by the client. Now, for the banking relationship with lending institution, whether they do have a relationship less than 5 years, more than 2 years, less than 5 years, less than 2 years, or no relationship at all. For banking relationship with other banks, they also have an option to choose whether no relationship with other banks, or relationship for more than 2 years but less than 5 years, or more than 5 years. And for the bank statement activity, whether they do have a highly active bank statement, or hardly active, moderate active, or no bank statement at all. So once we click on the next, here is where we will now be asking the financial performance. So the latest financial year, the currency, their local currency, the numerical presentation, whether it's a million, 1,000, a billion, or a trillion. Now, here we need to fill out the form accordingly. What is the sales turnover from the previous year and 2 years before? The operating profit, the total current assets, the cash balance, total assets, total current liabilities, total equity, and net operating cash flow. And accordingly, the key ratios will be automatically filled in by the system. Then once we click on next, here's where the corporate scorecard will be provided. Here you would see that the final score for the said corporate client is 25.90 over 50. So it falls under the risk category of moderate risk. Earlier, I mentioned that if the client has a score of 0 up to 20, it is a high risk. 20 to 35, it's a moderate risk. 35 to 45, it's a low risk. And 45 to 50 is a very low risk. The same with the retail scorecard access. With this corporate scorecard access, it would give you an option to save the report. So you can access it through the report list, or you can click on the view the report. So you do have an option to download it. So once again, we would like to thank you for your time. And should you have any question, please do not hesitate to send an email at info@icrallc.com. Thank you.